Hey guys, happy Tuesday. This carb vlog thing is just what's happening lately because I'm all over the place. Tuesday, today is my raw day 44. Since the weekend where I had those, couple slips, totally raw. Yesterday I made raw vegan cauliflower buffalo barbecue wing things. So I had half of them last night and I'm gonna have the other half tonight. I'm just heading up to visit my sister. And I'm gonna pick some wild greens. So I'm gonna have the cauliflower wings and a salad of garlic, mustard, and cucumber with a dressing where I literally just threw in a bunch of stuff into the blender, and I'm gonna have that. So, what is happening? I feel really ranty today. I've been reflecting a lot on my own personal changes in the last year, making the active decision to not consume any stimulants, any alcohol, any, kind of processed, things that affect your consciousness, your reality. And it was a really tough transition. I started making this change probably over a year ago, and I found myself, and I still occasionally find it, but it's less and less. But when you shift away from having those things, and even being on a raw diet now, even cooked food I was using in place of that, but when you take away these items that you normally use to kind of, put this haze on everyday life, when that veil is taken away, it's tough, it's depressing. You realize how few people are existing on the same vibration, the same level, the same plane, the same, dimension, reality that you are. And you start to feel really alone. And this is where I started spending a lot of my free time with my computer, with the internet, with online groups, and with YouTube, and just seeking this, I guess, this artificial but very real way of connecting with people. Because even though I'm not physically with these people, and I think this is how a lot of people in a lot of different, specialties, interests, how we get sucked into the internet because we actually have a deeper connection with these people that we don't actually have physical contact with. I think one of the beautiful things about the internet is that people can wear the internet as a mask, but they can actually be who they really are. There's some assholes out there that, nobody should want to say those things. But I think a lot of people, it kind of gives them permission to actually be who they are. You hand someone Google.com for the first time, and you can say, you can literally enter anything into that search bar. And you can search about anything, you can learn about absolutely anything, and it's just you and the screen, and there's no judgment. So anyway, back to what I was talking about this whole, this unveiling and this state that you go into. So I'm getting a handle on the depressive state that I fall into. And now it's observing and it's noticing how a lot of other people live their lives. I live across the street from a very high-end restaurant, and when I got home earlier today, there was a couple standing out on the sidewalk, and he was very rotund, and she was smoking a cigarette, she was sharing the cigarette, and they're beautiful people, probably very wealthy, because you kind of need to be to eat at this restaurant. And it just makes me think, How many, like, first of all, why do people still smoke cigarettes? Like, what the fuck? And especially young people. I was doing some studying today, and do you know that when you destroy your brain cells, your neurons, the neurons in your body, for the most part, do not regenerate. This is actually a sacrifice that the body makes because of what the neurons are able to do, that they do not replicate in most parts of the brain and the spinal cord. And maybe the cigarettes don't directly affect those neurons, but why take the chance? Why take the chance on anything that has, you know, some pros and some cons to consuming? Like, I just err on the side of caution and consume the things that, you know, that you could only say good things about. Eat more fruits and vegetables. But, like, how many people are existing in this haze of caffeine and drugs and alcohol and salt and sugar and oil and fried foods? And, you know, especially the stimulants and the alcohol and drugs, we're able to exist in this different place, and we're able to shift into the moment, which is lovely. But we shift into the moment, living in the present moment, and we use it as an excuse to do whatever the fuck we want in that moment and not care how we're gonna feel tomorrow until the buzz wears off. And I just can't be a part of that anymore, and it just blows my mind how many people exist in that space. I make decisions in this moment, for now, for an hour from now, for tomorrow morning, for next week, for next year, for 10 years from now, because there are cells turning over in my body right now that some of them are going to turn over in 24 hours time. Some things are going to take 10 years. I think it's the bones completely turn over in 10 years. Like, my body will be completely different. Even 50% of my body will be completely different 30 days from now. The amount that has turned over in my body since I started this journey 44 days ago, or even, it was more like 60 days ago when I really started doing the work and cut out a lot of those stimulating foods. But I'm in awe. I'm in shock and awe of the world around me on a daily basis. And I just wanted to share that with you. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day. Thank you all so much for tuning in regularly. I've got a couple people that are commenting on a regular basis, and I'm so grateful that we are kind of forming this little fruit medicine community. And if I didn't tell you the other day, I started writing my book. I'm making a book that's going to be part recipe, part my journey. I'm going to give you the full breakdown of exactly every single thing I ate for my first 30 days of my journey. And I don't like to focus on it, but I am going to talk about weight loss soon, because I lost about 15 pounds when I started doing this, just by reducing my inflammation and consuming an SOS-free diet and all that. So anyway, if you've hung around this long, I'm so grateful to you for giving me so much of your own precious time. I will talk to you very soon. Have a wonderful evening. I love you guys. Thank you.